Guys, I went and wrote an open letter to Honorable Cyril Ramaphosa. If you can bear with me, I will appreciate your input as well. Dear Mr. P, tell me, where did you get the one who's sending our kids back to school as an experiment when your house, the House of Parliament, now operate through the one-eyed devil? And where did you get that other one in the Eastern Cape who bought those motorbike ambulances for 10 million rand? Mr. P, who interviewed the one that went and dug a million graves, grawe gatte vir die Gautengeling? We don't even have a million COVID-related deaths in the whole wide world. And here is a big wide world, Mr. P. Why can taxis travel long distance when I can't even visit my mother? Why can't we move around between 9 o'clock at night and 4 o'clock in the morning? Is this so Rona can take a break and have a Kit Kat? Are you now sending the police, traffic cops, and army to man the roads into the early hours of the AM while gangsters continue to roam even during the day? You blame and punish us, the citizens, for your government's incompetence in building hospitals. We paid our tax, we paid our VAT. In fact, we didn't pay, you took it from us. But what did you do with our money? And why are you making and taking all these loans? You should have spent more time in getting a cure for Rona. Then you could have sold it back to the highest bidder, pay all those loans you made. Instead, you sent us Becky Chele to catch the smokers. Now let it be known that the ANC's ESCOM left this country and its voters in the dark. Mr. P, even if you look up, the answer is not there.
You look around the world.
Point of order, Chair.
I want you to shut up. I really do want you to shut up.
But Mr. P, what if it's the taxis and not the alcohol? Because there's a lot of taxis and a lot of people in South Africa. What if a lot of people get into a lot of taxis and a lot of people get infected because 70% local taxis minus 100% long distance taxis equals to minus 30%. But 30% plus 70% equals to Mr. Fear Fokol, Mr. Fix, Mr. Fakile Balula is 100% scared of taxi bosses looking for social distancing inside taxis. I am yet to see a bus smaller than a taxi. That's why, Mr. P, it's called a minibus taxi. But what if when probing the right questions will get you the answers you really need? It's the weakness and the vulnerability I speak about, Mr. P. Maybe go kneel before the WMC like you knelt before King Goodwill and ask them to give back a little bit more of their span of control, their firmament. Because God forbid the poor, the homeless, the helpless, our senior citizens suffer even more. Less food, less jobs. More pension, less value. All because of your arrogance that blames your ignorance, their stubbornness that blames their selfishness. We suffer because of systems of greed and powerful control through invisible wars. And I quote Errol Flynn, "The problem with my life is my gross needs exceeds my net income." Now, Mr. P, maybe lend your ear and allow the Stellenbosch Mafia to explain all these farm murders. Maybe then you'll protect the breadbasket of our country. Or maybe go speak to Oom Rupert. Let him tell us why his cigarettes are banned in South Africa. And for what God has given us freely is being sold back to us. So please ask Auntie Pet of Auntie nog niks van die water gehoor het nie. And things look a little bit different today. Want die boere het meer water en die water is op die land. So let's lock it down, right, Mr. P? You cannot liquidate a land that's drowning in debt. And you cannot grab a land that's not yours to take. We all know a tortoise is slow, but where is the Guptas? And it looks like these days everything starts with a C and it ends with a Z, like China, Corona, and Zuma. Talking about China, who amongst your cabinet became bribable? Our people are suffering, our people are starving, our people are unemployed, our people are dying. Okay, Mr. P, hoekom is julle so aspres en hoekom is julle so kakdom? Selwyn Addinall, Roof on top.
who are led by fools, non-thinkers, people who are sitting on top of their brains. We have a problem in this country.